What is going on, y'all? How you doing? Today we'll be doing a reaction to Matthew Perry's death. Not exactly his death, but the people responsible for his death. It was said that several people, I think five in total, was responsible for administering him ketamine, which in result caused him to die. As we know from before, it was said that he drowned, but that it came out later that he actually died from an overdose. As you can see, the face cam is on today. I saw a comment from Mr. Nugget who suggested I put a camera on. He said he liked the video I posted, and he said the camera would be better. I'm taking the suggestion here, but let's get into the video. Let's do a reaction. Check it out.
It's great to have you with us here on a Thursday night. We begin tonight with those sweeping arrests in the death of actor Matthew Perry. 5 people, including 2 doctors, and Matthew Perry's personal assistant, all arrested, accused of
You heard that? 5 people, 2 doctors. How are 2 doctors? One is bad. 2 doctors responsible for your death. And your personal assistant. A personal assistant is closer to you than your family. They're in everything you do. Matter of fact, they know you more than you know yourself. People got to go through them to get to you. So it's a shame, man. But let's continue.
conspiring to provide Perry with the ketamine that killed him. Authorities say they saw Perry as a payday. The 5 accused of taking advantage of Perry's addiction, one doctor allegedly texting, quote, "I wonder how much this moron will pay." For
And that's a shame. That's a shame. Taking advantage of him, he said, looking at him as a payday. I wonder how much this moron will pay. I mean, come on, man. Come on. And that's the problem. And that's the problem there, right? Somebody like Matthew Perry have a well of money. All right, what is it? I think about 10 seasons of Friends. He did. This guy has money beyond more than he can spend, beyond his means. And someone like this to a dealer, it's like Aladdin finding that gold mine, but instead of taking the genie lamp, all that gold around him, he takes, and that's who Matthew Perry is to somebody that's a dealer. And it seems to me these doctors were like dealers, right?
For 10 seasons, Perry made millions of viewers laugh playing Chandler Bing in the wildly popular Friends. But behind those laughs, he waged a grim and painful battle with addiction. ABC's chief now.
By the way, I heard that I heard someone said no. This was in his memoir, right? Or I think he may have wrote a book about this where he said that I think there was a problem with his drug addiction. By the way, there's a problem with his drug addiction. Hey man, drugs. See, the thing is, we all got addictions, right? And that's something. And I'm sounding just like those addicts. They sound like they always say everybody got addiction. You just don't know. You just don't see it as your everyday addict. So for me, I like video games. I'm addicted to video games. I love it. It makes me unwind. I have a hard day at work. I come home, I toss on maybe Call of Duty or Destiny, and I play it. I love PvP shooters. I love it. Or I might go out and I have a couple of drinks. You know what I mean? But you gotta pick your poison and understand where your limitations are. See, the thing about this is that if you have someone like a doctor or your personal assistant that knows you so well, it's hard for someone like that to go, "Hey, man, I think I got a problem," because you look in front you so everybody knows. You see a doctor and they recommend something to you. I mean, maybe not this day and age, but for old school folks, a doctor's telling you something, you're listening to them. You know what I mean? But in this case, we got to understand that doctors are just like regular people. They are people. And what runs the world and what people want a lot of, even if they got a lot of money, and they saw him as a gold mine again, money bag. And ultimately, again, I can't stop saying this. This is what caused this man's death. You know what's funny? A lot of people will go, some people, not a lot, will go, well, what about him? He's responsible. Of course, he is responsible because he's a grown man. Any adult should know, hey, I can't do this. But look now, I live in New York City. I got the LA hat on. For New Yorkers that's looking at this, I gotta apologize, okay? But I'm a Laker fan. I like the Knicks as well. I'm a Knicks fan, but I like the Lakers. But we're not getting into that right now. What was I saying? Let's say that you're responsible, man. In New York City, you walk around New York right now, you'll see tons on tons of people that they're addicted to drugs. Their fiends come out late at night. We call them over here, we call them zombies. They come out, you see people leaning to the side and they're balancing on like one toe and all this stuff. There's a lot of fiends over here, man. Drugs, it is it's one of those things that possesses your body, man. I don't I'm not gonna say it's a demon because I don't get into all of that, but and looks this is how you know I'm in New York City. Here, the ambulance back me, sorry, next to me. It's just sirens all the time over here. But yeah, drugs are not they're not good, man. That's one of the addictions I was tell anyone to kick. Same thing goes for alcohol too. Let's continue.
National correspondent Matt Gupman leading us off tonight from Los Angeles.
Tonight, that stunning development in the death of Friends star Matthew Perry. Federal prosecutors charging 5 people in connection with the fatal overdose that killed the 54-year-old.
These defendants took advantage of Mr. Perry's addiction issues to enrich themselves. In the end, these defendants were more interested in profiting off Mr. Perry than caring for his well-being.
Last October, Perry was found dead in the hot tub of his Los Angeles home, the medical examiner determining he died from the acute effects of ketamine. Today, the U.S. attorney detailing what he called a broad criminal network responsible for illegally distributing large amounts of the drug to Perry.
Over 2 months, from September to October 2023, they distributed approximately 20 vials of ketamine to Mr. Perry.
And it's great to have you with us here in a third.
20 vials? Oh my god. This guy's having a party though. A little bit of talking here and then we're gonna go through the comments. So again, they found their golden ticket and hey, they use it, you know. It's just part of human nature for us to enrich ourselves. But man, sometimes you have to think like, hey, how is this gonna hurt or harm this person, you know? And obviously these doctors, they're gonna have to go down for this. I know some people are gonna say, I mean, hey man, this man could have stopped this at any time he wanted. He could you can't arrest these doctors for this. But you do have to. Think about it. How many other people are probably gonna suffer from this? And this is probably something that's so common. And because it is Matthew Perry that died, we're getting a light shined onto this. Because if this happens all the time, right? What if, I don't know, some guy that's making 100K, 200K, and he's doing the same thing, but he's not famous? Or even somebody's making 40,000. They're not famous. But now those doctors, they got access to the drugs. They hand it out. Nobody knows. That person dies. Oh yeah, we didn't know he was a drug addict. Who are we gonna look for? It's probably some dealer from a sketchy neighborhood that sold him the stuff. No, it's a regular doctor. It's his regular doctor that he goes to that killed him. But let's go through some of these comments. And the first one is, oh my God, of course, everybody's scared. Doctors are bigger than street dealers. And that's a fact. That's a fact. They have access to the drugs. So they're bigger. They go unseen. Nobody goes to the first thing to go, oh my God, he overdosed? But we know what killed him. It gotta be now. We gotta go look for the dealers. No, nobody would go looking for a doctor to say, hey, the doctor did it. Or the doctor supplied it. Get them on. Somebody said that's sad for people knowing that someone got a problem and what's nothing but to get rich off them. I think they meant wants nothing but to get rich off of them. What else we got here? Okay, I'm not gonna read that comment because that one is racist. Now, and this one is also racist. They must be W. That's all I'm gonna say. No, this happens to everyone. I know black, white, brown. Um, this happens to everyone. People will supply other people. If there's a demand, someone will supply the people that wants it. It's not a colorism thing. It's a greed thing. It's a greed thing, and you don't look past the greed. I'm watching. I'm just got my girl just got me into Snowfall, and the same thing is going on. The protagonist of the show, whose dad is on drugs, is supplying other people with drugs. His dad is looked like the biggest fiend. He even had to bail him out of jail. I just got into it. I'm like episode 7 or something like that, and I could see the guy that's the star of the show is ass backward. There's several things around him that makes me go, wow, this guy really shouldn't be selling drugs. But yeah, that's it for now. Thank you for tuning in. Of course, the face cam is gonna be here in the future. Tell me what you think. Don't forget to share the video. Don't forget to like the video. I'm a small channel. I'm trying to grow. I started with a podcast at first, and I'll explain the name of the channel in the future. Depends on how much likes I get and so on. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, McNugget. Thank you for suggesting me putting the face cam on. And you guys have a good day. Be safe out there, man. It is terrible out there. Everything is so bad right now. I know in the world currently right now we are better than we've ever been in terms of technology. There's certain parts of humanity right now have grown so much, but then we still have those primal nature, and it's clashing with the current future. Greed, all everything is boiled up into one. We just have to navigate ourselves through these 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 things that's trying to block us, and we all can grow. If you see somebody that's having an issue, especially with drugs, come on, man, we gotta help them. We gotta help them. I've known way too many people that have died from drugs, are hooked on the stuff. It's terrible. Thank you for tuning in, and have a good day. Peace.